His wife is watching the presentation.
Oh no. Now it's his parents.
His parents?
Yeah. I'll count 5 minutes and change to his wife.
Yeah, they're watching the camera online.
I'll count 5 minutes from now and change to his wife.
5 minutes from now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the live video feed from his laptop.
Okay.
Oh, what software is that? Skype.
Aloha.
Aloha.
How are you today? It was very interesting that these guys that came here before me to show their opinions and their thoughts, because they will support a little bit my speech. I'm a little bit nervous, as everybody can see, but I will try to read and interact with you at the same time, because it's going. I just wrote everything that I would like to say about my feelings, ideas, learning, likes and dislikes, and as the theme says, what have you learned about the American society and the state of Hawaii? I hope I can describe everything in this short period of time. Well, before I apply to this program, I tried many times to go for a different country and make an attempt to find a better life in a first world country, or even to visit. Doesn't matter if it's America or not. No success at all, because it was expensive and the chance for a young man without extra qualities or skill were almost impossible. Do you think I just gave up because of that? Of course not. I just had to keep this dream in my heart and wait for the right time to make it real. For my surprise, it happened in such a way I could ever pay this bill back to my God Jesus. One day I was surfing the internet when I saw the advertisement. After checking that I had all the requirements, I went home to talk to my wife and see what her opinion was. At that point, she was the only one that could make me to stay in Brazil. I don't think I need to say that what she said, but it's interesting to emphasize she made me more confident than I was at that moment. At that point, she was the only one. Sorry, but I already read. But I will never forget the first words of this long and endless journey. She said, "I think it's a good opportunity for you, and you should go." Woo! It was amazing for me, because it's amazing when you have someone that you love and you are loved back. And then I will take advantage of this part of my speech to answer the question. In Brazil, our people don't know too much about Hawaii. They don't know how different this united group of small islands can rule so many different countries in one. In my opinion, this United States in a singular mention has a big role and responsibility to teach not only to the mainland, but to the whole world the secret of such success. For sure, my country never heard about the meaning of the word ohana, like the one that can be found here. Even though the United States is a Protestant country, Hawaii is miles in front of all of them. The peaceful and friendly people who live here, no matter nationality, skin color, religion, or political opinion, impressed me. The cactus garden cleanup and the mobile shelters for the homeless people are some of the activities that I will never forget. Remarkable examples that should be known around the world. On the other hand, in Brazil, we know a lot about American society. We know you have the American football, the fast food, Marilyn Monroe, Hollywood, Iraq War, Obama, the Statue of Liberty, the dear Martin Luther King, and if it's not the most famous, at least one thing we know for sure is the most desired, the American dream. Before come, I was one of those who were interested to leave the home country to try better life here. Many hard battles happened after my wife motivates me to come. Then later on, I realized I was in Pennsylvania. Even though I spent 2 months over there, more than 1 year has passed so far. Places were visited, people were met, and a huge culture was learned. Now I have another idea about America. When I was filling the form to apply for this program, I was asked some questions like, please describe why you are a good candidate for the program, describe one situation from your school, work, or personal life when you faced a challenge for a program, when did you resolve it or how, why you would be a good representative of your country, what would you like to share about your culture. Well, I can't deny I tried my best to answer exactly how the program expected for a good candidate. However, at this moment, I don't think it's more necessary to soften or to camouflage my words and opinion. What's more interesting for me now is while reviewing the questions, I didn't find any of them interested about my feelings as a person, like a human being, and what were my plans to make my fellows better, to make them happy. The America is really a dream. You born, you grow up, you work, you make a family, and you die. During your whole life, you learn how to achieve many goals. Graduating, get a job, buy a car, buy a house, to make money, to be rich. I've never heard in this list the happiness goal in a specific way, in a deep way. Not the material happiness, but the one inside. Would American be happy without money? Would be the immigrants interested to come here and live after some time if America was full of love and not money? Is a country only made of economy, good infrastructure, technology, army, dedicated politicians? I cannot go back to Brazil without telling everybody here, if you already don't know, that almost 100% of Brazilian immigrants have the same opinion. There is no place like Brazil. For us, it's just not an easy task to describe the customs and culture of such a rich and huge country. Our people are friendly, but not selfish. The variety and richness of our literature is endless, not singular. And we all know how much soccer is a national obsession. Not war, instead of soccer. We know that we are proud of our gifted environment, forests, exotic animals, beaches, and how much Brazilians, ordinary, simple people, are helpful and hardworking. The difficulties that an undeveloped country faces make its people strive to their best, and this is something that we do pretty well. The history and origin of our people, the mix of the Indian, black and white cultures that made up Brazil, customs and language, our great food and music can teach you toward another way of dream as well. At this moment, I can clearly say that there is one America different from Brazil, and there is another America similar to Brazil. Regardless of this paradox, however, now we still have these three: faith, hope, love, and the greatest of these is love. I want to thank for the scholarship opportunity, and I hope I could fulfill the expectations for the CCID and Fulbright scholarship. I also want to thank all of the CCID student staff, Dr. Richard, Chief Kalani, and our dad Sean, for all this love given us. The love I've never heard America had, and that I will take with me to share with my parents, relatives, friends, and people. And of course for the America in the mainland when I come back in a soon future.